Hello, Trojan fans. Thanks for joining us today for an update from Director of Athletics, Brent Jones. And Brent, we'll jump straight into it. It's August, and that means students are arriving back to campus, including our great student athletes who are excited to have coming back for fall competitions quickly approaching here for us. We recently launched, or rather released, our year in review, looking back at the great accomplishments from the 2020-2021 season. When you look back at the past year, what stands out to you the most about what was accomplished by Troy Athletics?
Well, one, thank you, Kyle, for having me on. I appreciate that. It's always great to be able to speak directly to our fans. 2020 going through 2021 is really going to be a year that we persevered, that we got through. And not only did we get through, we dominated on the field, in the classroom. 9 teams making over a 3.0, 6 of those teams making over a 3.5. Community service hours. We had a person participate in the national championship, Gina Fitch, in women's track and field outdoors. We had our great softball team make a run in the NCAA tournament for the first time in 25 years postseason. And then our amazing women's basketball team on the biggest national stage on ESPN, taking the number 2 team, number 2 seed, Texas A&M to the wire, and really to be able to propel our teams to be able to see through that. I'm proud of the resiliency that our staff had. I'm proud of the resiliency that our student athletes, coaches, our fans, from the beginning of September till the end of May is where we actually really excelled on and off the field, and we were able to play through a pandemic, and we were able to do it safely. We had to cancel 2 home games the entire year because of COVID, and only one, which we were able to make up later, which was football game versus Coastal Carolina. Only one of those games was because of an outbreak on our standpoint. And so I really want to say thank you to our coaches, our student athletes, our staff, and our fans for an amazing year, and we're looking forward to even a better year ahead.
Since our last update, there have been a few changes within our coaching ranks, with Forrest Schultz being named the men's golf coach, Skylar Mead being named the new men's baseball coach, and then Nicole Waters is serving as our interim head coach for the women's soccer program. Talk a little bit about those key moves and how each of those individuals will lead their respective teams.
All 3 of them are extremely high caliber individuals, from Nicole, Skylar to Forrest. All 3 are winners on and off the play, and all 3 can really recruit at a high level. We're really excited about where the program is going to go with men's golf. Have a long-standing tradition of excellence, winning national championships, conference championships, being an NCAA regional. Baseball foundation has been built, a great foundation. And then Skylar Mead, Coach Mead, to be able to come in and take it to another level. You know, we have publicly stated we want to get to Omaha. We think we'll have the facilities to be able to get us there as well. And then Nicole being able to step into our soccer program late, right before the season started, and be named interim coach. Very thankful for her leadership and guidance. All 3 represent Troy University and Troy University athletics in the right way.
Football's fall camp is officially underway now. We are less than 1 month away from kickoff. What is the buzz like surrounding the football team and the anticipation about being back in Veterans Memorial Stadium once again for this upcoming football season?
I think everybody's really excited about where we're headed. Our season ticket numbers, we just 2 days ago, I believe, or maybe yesterday, released single game ticket sales, which are going fabulous. But our season ticket numbers are pacing 2019, and in some regards, depending on the week and depending on the day, outpacing them. And so I think our fans are very excited to be able to get back to a semblance of normalcy. Also, we will make changes if deemed necessary, but we're 100% full go right now.
And in reference to single game tickets, fans, you can go online to troytrojans.com/tickets. We do have a flash sale taking place up until August 11th. That's Wednesday, August 11th. You can purchase $10 reserve tickets for the home opener for the United Cardinal flash sale taking place right now for our September 4th game against Southern University. Brent, talking about football once again here, our annual football kickoff party is coming up here quickly, also known as the Drawdown more affectionately, but it'll take place on Saturday, August 14th, and then earlier in that day as well, too, we'll have a kickoff event at Eagle Eye Outfitters for the licensing products available for fans to purchase in Dothan. Let's talk a little bit further about those events and how exciting it is for our fans to keep gearing up for football season, whether that's merchandise or the football party and everything in between there.
Well, obviously, we just talked about football season being a month out. When you start seeing these events line up, you know the fall is upon us, whether that be soccer, volleyball, football. Eagle Eye has been so great to us in Dothan. I remember 4 years ago walking in and they had one belt. It was one Troy belt. And now to be able to see us on national, where we literally stack up against Auburn, Alabama, FSU, Georgia, we have just as much merchandise as those schools have. It's a huge credit to Trojan Nation, a huge credit to our fan base in Dothan, but also a huge credit to Eagle Eye, who really bought into our vision and on how we wanted to expand the brand and expand the merchandise. And so I'm so appreciative of them. But drawdown is such a fun time. It's a great way to raise funds, much needed revenue for our Troy football program, but also it's a great night. It's a great night to come out. We're going to have live music. We would have great food and drinks, have auction items, get to mingle with our coaches in a safe, sensible way. And so it always means we're 2 to 3 weeks out from toe meeting leather with football.
And speaking about that as well, too, all of our teams are getting into their respective competitions very soon. One way to see several of our teams in action will be One Troy Weekend coming up August 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Soccer, volleyball, football will all have action taking place that weekend. Soccer with their first regular season matches at home, and then volleyball and football with scrimmages and exhibitions taking place on Saturday, August 21st. Free Conecuh Sausage Dogs for fans to enjoy beginning at 10 a.m. over at Veterans Memorial Stadium. How great though is it to have fans coming back for all three of those sports and having them taking place same weekend, getting a chance to get into the fall sports schedule now.
Much more interactive than what we have even done before with Fan Day, being able to combine scrimmages, fans, being able to go out to exhibition games. And so between volleyball as well as soccer and then football, we're just really excited about being able to get back out there, and so thankful for the Weenie Warriors and them being able to cook the Conecuh dogs out there. And so I just think it's going to be a great start to be able to kick off our fall season.
And speaking further about that particular weekend, soccer will be the first program to represent Troy in regular season competition as they host Nicholls State on August 20th. They'll also be taking the field on a brand new field as well, too, a new sod placed down over this summer. What was it like for having that project take place? How are our donors able to help out with that? And what does that mean to our student athletes?
Well, first, I will tell you this. We were a much needed repair of the soccer turf project. It's about a $300,000 project. Also need to thank the university administration for being able to fund half of that. The rest of it was privately done, privately fundraised. And so to be able to raise $150,000 in about a 4-week process to be able to get this done for this season. And so I need to sort of talk a little bit about what happened. So when you hear about a turf project, we completely resodded the entire field. We laser graded it. We had irrigation, and we were able to go in and really look at how can it best perform for our student athletes. And so for about a week or so, for about a month, we went in, totally regrid every single part of this. And so because of that, we think it's going to be a competitive advantage for our soccer program. But from being laser graded, amazing Bermuda grass, but also being able to have the irrigation system as part of it, it's going to be top notch and one of the best in the Sun Belt Conference.
And not to be outdone, the volleyball program will also be playing on a new surface this year as well, too. They are the only school in the Sun Belt Conference now that have a TerraFlex court, having that sponge material for them to utilize for volleyball. Will be a great way it looks in Trojan Arena this season. Talk a little bit about that project and how that came to be for our Troy volleyball program.
We have a lot of capital projects going on right now on our campus. Another one with our tennis courts being resurfacing our entire tennis courts. But obviously the volleyball with the TerraFlex court is something that really started with the vision of Coach Lauer and the volleyball parents, the volleyball program. It's a $100,000 court. And not only does it assist us in recruiting, not only does it assist us in branding, but it really makes a difference in the player competitive advantage. And so it's really a student athlete welfare, just like we just talked about with having the best turf facility, best grass for our soccer program. We're going to have the best for our volleyball program. And you see what we've done the last 2 years. The last 2 years have been the best volleyball program that we've had in the last 20 years, from going to postseason 2 years ago to going to the quarterfinals in the Sun Belt Conference. The sky's the limit for our volleyball program. And this just adds another dimension for us to be able to continue to get better.
Another event that's quickly approaching and one we're excited to have back on the calendar is the annual Hall of Fame event taking place here for the Hall of Fame Banquet. That'll take place on Friday, September 3rd, the evening prior to the first home football game taking place in Trojan Arena. The event's always one of the highlights of the year. What are you looking forward to as part of this special evening and getting a chance to recognize these former student athletes that are entering the Troy University Sports Hall of Fame?
Well, first, one, we weren't able to have it last year. So just to be able to have everybody back, we have a great class, 9 people that are going to be inducted, our largest class that we've ever had. So we're inducting 2020, 2021. It's going to be an exciting time to have everybody back. We've never had it in the fall, never had it before a home football game. And because of that, sales are going very, very well. And so to really be able to kick off that weekend the right way is what I'm excited about seeing. It's always a highlight of the year. And it's going to be unique being able to have it in the fall before a home football game. But what's also exciting about that is we're going to be able to honor and recognize those 9 individuals going into the Hall of Fame during the football game. We haven't been able to do that before because it's always been in the spring. So I really think being able to have that combination where we can have 25, 30,000 people being able to celebrate them on Saturday, it's going to make it a very special time as well.
And that will be Letter Winners Day as well, too, as all letter winners from all sports are invited back. Great opportunity for everybody to come back and be a part of all the festivities during opening weekend. For purchasing tickets for the Hall of Fame, you can go online to troytrojans.com/tickets for either a table or individual tickets. Both are available to purchase now. And finally, Brent, as we head into a new athletic year, what are the goals and the expectations that you have for this entire athletic department looking ahead into the 2021-2022 athletic year, and how can our fans be helpful in those goals and expectations as well?
First, we want to compete at a very high level. We want to represent Troy University, Troy athletics the right way. We want to win with integrity. You know, I talk about the vision. We talk about the W4. It's winning in the classroom, winning in the community, winning on the playing field, and winning in the stands. Our fans can help us by buying merchandise, purchasing season tickets, becoming a Trojan Warrior Club member, being a sponsor, and then also supporting our sponsors as well. Our student athletes give every day, each and every single day, what they have for this great university. And so Troy Athletics, we always want to be a great partner of Troy University. We're here on an amazing campus, beautiful facilities, work for an incredible individual and Chancellor Jack Hawkins Jr. and his vision for Troy University and Troy University athletics. And I think the sky's the limit this year.
Absolutely. And fans, you can get your season tickets, find out ways to be involved by visiting troytrojans.com as well as troytrojans.com/tickets. A lot of events coming up. We can't wait to see you guys back here in person for Fan Day, Drawdown, all the things in between there. Again, keep up with all the information online at troytrojans.com, and we'll see you again soon.